Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Sword and Shield booster boxes and my new investment strategy moving forward that has changed over the past 6 months just because of how crazy the current market is. And we'll get into all of that. Before we do, I just want to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, Pokey Notify. Pokey Notify is a Discord service, $7.99 a month. And they're basically giving you the fastest notifications for restocks, drops, and deals on Pokemon product. Doesn't matter whether you're in Canada, United States, Europe, Japan, the UK. They're covering all of it. They're covering all of the main retailers. If they aren't covering a site and you want a notification for it, they can set that up for you. They also have a inventory tracker for a lot of sites. So Silver Tempest booster boxes right now. If you want to know how many are left in stock on the Pokemon Center, they should be able to tell you that. But the main thing I think a lot of people are using it for, which they've had a ton of success with, is 151 restocks as well as Prismatic Evolutions pre-orders. If you were on there, you probably would have recognized today Hobbiesville restocked Prismatic Evolutions ETBs for 110 Canadian. They moved it up to 115 after I believe an hour or so, and they're already all gone, right? So if you didn't realize within the first couple hours, if you didn't have a service that provided you a notification, you probably missed the restock, you didn't get any ETBs, and you snooze, you lose. But they seem like really great guys over there. Again, $7.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. 3-day free trial. If you want to give it a shout, get in there, see what it's all about. And if you want to save a little bit on your first month, you can use the code PROFIT25. I'm going to leave all the links below in the description if you want to check it out. And again, thank you to Pokey Notify for sponsoring this video. Now, to segue off of that, because I think this is important, right? Pre-orders, insane right now. It's very, very competitive. You basically have to use a service like Pokey Notify to get on the drops right away and get your pre-orders in, at least for Prismatic Evolutions, 151 restocks. And moving forward, right, I don't know if this is going to continue for everything, but what we're seeing now is so much money flooding into the hobby, and it's pushing the prices of everything up. We've seen Scarlet and Violet sets like Paradox Rift is now in the 120s. You have Paldea Evolved pretty close to 200. Surging Sparks is obviously killing it. And even Sword and Shield sets now, they're starting to move again. So Silver Tempest, 170 a box, more than that now. You have Lost Origin moving into the 230s again, 240 range at this point. Evolving Skies booster boxes. This bad boy over here is almost close to $1,000 at this point, right? So people are moving money back into Sword and Shield as well. And I think we're going to see something along the lines of what happened to Sun and Moon. You had a ton of boxes in that, 200, 250, $300 range that just exploded to that six, seven, $800 point. And, one of those things happening right now is Fusion Strike. So if you guys remember, probably 5 or 6 months ago, I did make a video talking about my investment strategy where my whole idea was I was going to sell off half of my investment once I could double basically what I paid for it. And then I'd free roll the other half of the investment very long term and have no money into it essentially. So I'm at a point now where I could do that with Fusion Strike. My overall Fusion Strike investment, I believe, was 196 Canadian, so a little under MSRP in the States, like 142, 141, something like that. So considering now that boxes are almost 290, I could more than double if I sold locally, and we're getting to the point where I could almost sell online and basically double up. So I'm not planning to do that anymore with a lot of my Sword and Shield stuff. I think that Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, Chilling Rain, even something like Brilliant Stars and Silver Tempest, I think these boxes have a long way to run still. And I think we're still going to have a strong 12 to 18 months in this hobby. So, going into next year, obviously Prismatic Evolutions, people are stoked about that. Getting pre-orders in is just insane right now. You have the Battle Partner set coming, you have Team Rocket coming, and then in 2026, we have 30th anniversary. So there's a lot to be looking forward to still coming forward into Pokemon. And we got to consider too, if Pokemon Pocket or TCG Pocket, whatever it's called, continues to do very well, it brings in even more people. If the anime continues to do well, we could see things even explode more than they already are, right? Especially if the market overall continues to do well. So I don't want to be selling yet, and I think what I'm going to be doing is trying to aim now for more of a 2.5 to 3x return, at least on these top boxes like Evolving Skies, like Fusion Strike. For Scarlet and Violet, that's going to be my Twilight Masquerade, that's going to be my Surging Sparks. And I know some of those are going to be much longer term holds because they're newer sets, but I'm just not ready to sell my Fusion Strike yet. It's something that I want to be holding on to. Same thing again, with anything Evolving Skies. I think obviously, if you bought in at $100, $200, $300, it makes sense to probably just move some of it, have nothing into it essentially, just in case. But the best sets over time continue to outperform the average sets. And you can go look at that basically across all generations. Something like Phantom Forces is going to outperform Breakpoint. Something like Team Up and Cosmic Eclipse is going to outperform, Forbidden Light, right? Evolving Skies is going to outperform, I don't know what's a really bad set from Sword and Shield. Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, right? So if you own the best sets from the era, you can probably get away with holding it a little bit longer, right? And especially when we're going into a very strong bull market, I don't want to sell. And I understand you might be in a different position. You might need the money. You might feel it's a lot riskier than I currently feel like it is. And if you want to sell and take profits, go for it. I'm just telling you now that I am not doing that at the current moment. If Fusion Strike hits 340, 350, 360, maybe I'll start considering selling off a couple boxes. But at this point, I'm not going to do it, guys. I just think that we still have a lot of runway in terms of where these prices are going to go. And again, especially if Prismatic, if Battle Partners, if Team Rocket, if these sets just perform anywhere near a lot of this other Scarlet and Violet stuff, there's going to be, and especially if reprints don't come, right? I imagine reprints are going to come, and that could bring down the prices on a lot of these newer Scarlet and Violet sets. We're not going to see reprints anymore on Evolving Skies, guys. You know, how many boxes there are left of booster boxes of this set? That number is not going to ever get bigger. That number is going to get smaller by the day as more and more people open it. Same thing, more than likely not going to see more Lost Origin. More than likely, it's still in rotation, it's possible, but more than likely not. Same thing with Silver Tempest. Uh, you know, these are probably the last boxes. And again, you could use Pokey Notify, go look at how many are in stock on the Pokemon Center. That stock is going to be gone very quickly. It's going to sell out, and this set is going to be primed for a move. Also, one thing I wanted to mention in this video, this box looks pretty nice, right, guys? I'm not sure if you can see completely, but definitely a pretty good in-shape box. I got this today in the mail from the Pokemon Center, and they are absolutely doing a better job packaging things now than they did 6 months ago. So I don't know if, myself and other people making videos and complaining has, changed things over there potentially. It came with void fill. There's a little bit of paper in there, and they also had a couple air bubbles. And this is a box that showed up in very good shape. And if you go back and watch my old videos, I'm not going to go grab them up there, but I made a video showing the first 4 Silver Tempest boxes I got when they weren't in case quantity, and they were in awful shape. Now, the only thing I could complain about, it might not show up on camera, but there is a line in the top of this box going perpendicular to, the length of it. And that's probably from, the employee opening the case and slicing slightly across the boxes. Again, it's not broken, but there is a tiny imprint in it. So that might affect the value a little bit, but other than that, really good shape. So if you do want to get some Silver Tempest, I would actually recommend just putting in orders of 1 box and continuing to do boxes of 1 until it's gone. Don't put in an order for 2 or 3. Just do 1 and then make another order and continue to do that. Or uh, right over here, booster bundle case of 25 of the booster bundles. I ordered that. It came in a sealed display. I've obviously cut open. I've cut into it since basically everything I get now. I just cut into and just make sure it's all in there. But that's another way to go. If you're worried about the condition of the boxes you're going to get, you could go with the booster bundle case. Just order 25 of them. Obviously, you'd need to pay a bit more up front, whereas one booster box is, sub $200 Canadian or whatever it is. So I don't know, guys. I think Silver Tempest right now, a lot of these other sets, again, like I've said, I'm, beating a dead horse at this point, but they're still a long ways away from, peaking, I think. We're going to see some insane growth. We already are seeing insane growth, but over the next 12 to 18 months, I think a lot of these boxes are going to continue to take off. as supply dwindles every single day. And as people, as we get deeper into Scarlet and Violet and then into the next era after that, people are going to eventually want to come back. They're going to want to open the alternate art cards. They're going to want to chase the Gengar. They're going to want to chase the Umbreon, the Lugia, the Giratina, like all of these cards, all of these sets. I'm holding my Sword and Shield for much longer than I anticipated, and I'm gonna be okay with that. So, thank you guys for watching the video. Again, go check out Pokey Notify. All the links down below, and awesome service. I mean, like really, guys, we're in an era now, and if you asked me about this a year ago, I would have said it's insane that we're now using Discord bots to get the fastest notifications so we can fight over restocks of sets that haven't even come out yet. But that's where we're at now. So, if you guys want that edge, I think it's totally worth it, especially if you're putting a fair amount of money into Pokemon every single year. And I just wanted to end this video on a personal note. We did actually, we did lose my grandma today. It was something expected, um, but it's still really sad when stuff like that happens. I know a lot of people in this hobby are just really, really focused on everything that's going on, especially getting in pre-orders. It just seems like there's always news coming out, but hopefully, this video can serve as a reminder, at least to one person, that, life is much bigger than just Pokemon. And maybe take some time this weekend, spend it with your family. If there's someone you haven't talked to in a while, maybe reach out to them. Just find time for the people you care about. That's really all I wanted to say. So, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. I'll catch you in the next one.